name's Peter Sheikh Skyra Favored, the Slim Giant, the Smart MC, or you can call me Washimpundu if you like. If you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, the best thing that you can do right about now is to hit the red button, switch on the notification bell, so that every time I post a new video, you will be notified that Washimpundu has posted a new video. Trending, of course, trending. Today is 22nd of June, the day that the youths of Zambia and Zambians planned to protest. But because the police and the government were aware and didn't want to allow the protest, the peaceful protest, not just any protest, but a peaceful protest. They didn't want to permit it. They promised to break bones for those youths that will go on the streets and protest for the injustice that is going in the country, for the corruption, for the mistreatment of Chinese people, foreigners, to the Zambians, calling us foreigners, and just mistreating us in any way that they want. And so the Zambian youths, the so-called disgruntled youths, were very upset and not happy because of calling us names, and so decided to go on the streets to protest. But after seeking for a permit, the permit was denied. And so we said we're going to have the protest at government complex, and then looking into things and consulting elderly people and the people that are, in high places, they told us to say, you got government a complex, you are risking your lives, so you should find another venue. And of course, we are young in our thinking, and the Zambian youths decided to withhold the venue where the protest is going to be, because today in the morning, Lusaka CBD was covered with police vehicles, with police in them, and just waiting for the youths to get into Lusaka CBD, and then they will pounce on them, of course, breaking bones. I'm sure some of the government officials were glued to their phones, their gadgets, just to see how the people that they sent on the streets to go and break bones will be breaking the youths of Zambian, 206 bones in a body, right? Yeah, just break them. But then thinking that the bones are so precious and we need to wake up next year in August, on August 11th, if not mistaken, to go and cast our votes, decided to have a peaceful demonstration in the bush. But now imagine, not that we are happy that the youths went in the bush, the likes of Biflo, Wezi, Pilato, Maiko Zulu, Movita Sinawa, not that they are proud or we are proud that they were protesting in the bush. We are not happy about it. They are not happy about it, but it's because the warning from the police inspector general also came through after the streaming went on in the bush. So they were busy moving up and down in town. And then when they saw that the streaming was coming from the bush, they started searching, I think, all the bushes in Lusaka. They were going around searching for them. I'm going to be showing you some videos of how the vehicles were moving, passing, going to Ring Road, Charara, because they were told that's where the bush is, where Pilato, Wezi, Movita Sinawa, Biflo were doing their live streaming. And this was the warning from Inspector General of Police Kakoma Kanganja. He said, "We shall deal with the protesters streaming from the bush," warns Inspector General of Police Kakoma Kanganja. Now imagine, they refuse to go on the streets to do the protest, but they still issue a warning for protesting in the bush. These people can actually arrest you for protesting in your own house, in your room, bedroom, backyard, front yard. It looks like so. So the Inspector General continues. He says he has warned that police will deal with those planning to hold a protest today. In short, statement issued today, Kanganja said police are already aware that the protesters are streaming from the bush or from some bush around Chalala area in Lusaka. We are already on the ground. Patrols continue. We are also aware that they are streaming from some bush around Chalala area, Kanganja said. He said unlucky protesters will have to blame themselves because the police will deal with them accordingly. My own opinion, he shouldn't have just said unlucky protesters. He should have mentioned the names, because there are about 4 or 5 names that are known and that are known that they are leading that protest. Nikukamba chawa tata tizagwira bena biflo, tizagwira pirato, tizagwira ndani, than just saying unlucky ones will be dealt with accordingly. So this is the Zambia that we are living in. When you want to protest, your bones will be broken. But then leelona balobedia uma, because the youths did a mind game on them, outplayed them. They went in the bush to protest, but because they went in the bush to protest peacefully, they are not happy because they wanted to break their bones. So they have issued a warning coming straight from the Inspector General that bones, since they were not broken, those that were protesting from the bush and streaming live will be dealt with accordingly. Well, the youth didn't come with machetes. They didn't come with stones. They didn't insult nobody. They didn't disrespect nobody. They just wanted to be heard. We just want to be heard. That's the reason of the protest. Tifuna cheku timvela. It'll be next year when we'll have these politicians to come and kneel before us the way they've been kneeling when it's time for elections. So thank you everybody that protested, and the photos that you're seeing on the screen are coming from different places of Zambia where some youths were protesting on the streets. That's what was happening today. Check out the van of the police searching, going to the bush in this video. And also Wezi really gave a speech that was touching. Also check out that video on the other hand. Thank you for protesting, youths. Let's continue doing it from our homes and posting the video on social media. And let's do the blow a whistle day as well, where we're going to do the blowing of whistles. Check out the videos.
Frank Mugala, and all the victims that we've lost to a broken system. Hopefully, there won't be a moment of silence for Wezi, because she decided that silence is consent. Hopefully, there won't be a moment of silence for everyone that you are seeing here today. Hopefully, my mother will not have to cry the same way that Vespa's mother is crying today. Hopefully, my mother will not cry the same way that Frank Mugala's mother is crying today. And who is listening to their cries? If my life matters, if the life of the people that are leading us matters, if we can have masks and hand sanitizer because we want to stay healthy and alive, what about Frank, Vespas, Ivan Simusa, and every victim whose death we've ignored? What about their lives? They didn't even get to see coronavirus. I'm not wearing a mask today. I'm not sanitizing my hands. I am hurt that my career is threatened by the courage to speak. So I hold this placard. I come in peace. We are saving people's lives today. We told them do not go to the streets because we know what they've done before can be done again. The same thing that they did to Vespas, they can do again. The tear gas canisters to unrioting students. A stray bullet to an unarmed 13-year-old boy. It doesn't take much for someone to be gunned down like a common thief or criminal. It doesn't take much. All it takes is working for your rights and freedoms So please do not accuse us for trying to cause unrest. Do not accuse us for trying to cause anarchy, confusion, or treason. We are just here because we are hurt that our fellow youths are dying at the highest learning institutions of our country. Our fellow youths are dying at Chazanga, the school. Who would have ever thought? And nothing has been done. Nobody has even addressed the youth. We've watched our own being killed and nobody's addressing us about that. Where are our leaders? Talk to me about Frank. Talk to me about Vespers. What went wrong? What can we do right as the youth to protect us from these things? What can we do right to protect everyone from joining this list? Who gassed us? We are yet to know.
We want to know.
We've seen how equipped and capable the police are today. They are in the streets right now. We've seen that they are able to do that. But why didn't they do that to the gassers? I hope that this moment will not land me on this list. Rest in peace, Vespers. Rest in peace, Frank. Rest in peace.
Viva youth! Viva! Viva youth!